Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Ashton Jackson. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the playoffs, how I'm feeling before we go into these playoff games, and my thoughts on how the Dallas Cowboys season will end and things of that nature. So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content, man. So yeah, the reason why I am, my thoughts on the playoffs and how I'm feeling going into the playoffs this year is that I'm feeling really confident more than I have any single season I watched Dallas Cowboys. And mind you, I'm born in 2002, and I think the best seasons I've probably seen the Dallas Cowboys ever have was like win a playoff game here and there, had a first round bye. But like some of the great seasons I think I saw were like 2007, 2014, 2016, 2018. Those were like some of my quote unquote best years watching the Dallas Cowboys, which wasn't a whole lot of success, no success at all. But the reason why I felt like this year is I'm more excited than ever is because one, when was the last time we've ever seen the Dallas Cowboys football team come into the playoffs um, with their quarterback playing on fire, playing like an MVP, all pro caliber type of player? They snubbed him with the all pro selections. He's all pro second team, but you can definitely make a argument that he's all pro first team with the numbers, the stats. 3 straight years of consecutive 12 plus win football teams, and each and every single year you've been different seeds. You won the division 2 times out of the 3 years. You were the 3 seed, and now you're this year going to be the 2 seed. And last year you were the 5th seed, and you won a playoff game on the road, something you haven't done in almost 30 years. So those Cowboys, Dak has a lot of arguments to be first team quarterback. He has better numbers than Lamar. But like I said, I respect Lamar a lot. And I feel like Lamar should and does deserve to win MVP because we just know how the MVP circuit is. If you're the best quarterback on the best team with the number 1 seed, you're most likely going to win the award. So that's how it is, and I'm not mad about it because the Dallas Cowboys had plenty of chance to get the number 1 seed. And again, same thing with Dak and Lamar. They both have the same opinions in terms of MVP. They don't care about winning regular season MVPs. They would rather have um, Super Bowl MVPs in their closets for the next 4 or 5 years, or have 4 or 5 of them in their closet, or wherever their trophy case, or wherever they keep their trophies at and their accomplishments from their pro careers. But really, with Dak Prescott, man, like winning the MVP doesn't mean anything. In terms of regular season MVP, you're playing hell of a season. Uh, like I said, with the confidence, like I'm very confident in what we're doing because Dak Prescott hasn't looked like this ever when playing with us. He has full control of the offense. And again, we're actually using a legit offense where in today's game, you attack and you keep spamming your number 1 wide receiver and just keep giving him 10 to 15 targets a game. And with CeeDee Lamb, since he's so versatile, we can put him in the backfield. We can put him on jet sweeps and he can carry the ball. He's getting anywhere from uh, 13 to 20 touches a game. And we haven't done that ever, especially with under Kellen Moore. And like I said, you're coming into the playoffs with a red hot quarterback. He's coming in, he's doing his thing. You have an all pro wide receiver. You have a defense that finally has playmakers, something which you never really had up until the Dan Quinn era in 2021, where you finally had playmakers on the defensive side of the football. But I already knew like that first year when we made the playoffs that defensively we weren't going to be so sound because that's the first year that we put that defense together. And I just knew we weren't going to be super great the first year. The second year, we were tremendous. And now the third year, we're a little bit lacking. But of course, we have injuries, right? That's another thing I kind of have to take a step back and look at is how I'm very critical and harsh on this defense, but I kind of have to think about we're doing what we're doing defensively without having Leighton Vander Esch, without having Trevon Diggs. So without having those 2 guys helping your defense, it really does suck and it doesn't help us any. And also I forgot I have DeMarvion Overshown. So not having those 3 playmakers that were going to help this year, and we had a really chance of having a historical defense had those 3 guys never gotten hurt. But it is what it is. It's part of the game. Injuries happen, and it's very rare that you go into the Super Bowl or you go into these long playoff runs where you're just healthy across the board. This is as healthy as we're going to get going into the playoffs. Fully healthy offensive line, fully healthy quarterback, wide receiver core, defense, corner, secondary. defensive line, linebacker. This is the healthiest you're going to go into the playoffs. That's another reason why I'm confident into the playoffs. And another main reason as to why I'm so confident going into the playoffs is if you look at the entirety of the playoffs, right? Just look at the NFC alone. The Niners are, you can arguably say that they're the most experienced NFC team, but they're just as young as we are. So you got them. Then you got us. We're very experienced. Every single starter who's playing for the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday against the Green Bay Packers has all played in playoff games. Every single one of them. Your quarterback's played in multiple playoff games. Your running back and Tony Pollard played in multiple playoff games. CeeDee Lamb, same thing. Brandon Cooks played in two Super Bowls, played in multiple championship games in the AFC and in the NFC. You got Stephon Gilmore, who played in multiple AFC championship games, multiple Super Bowls. That's what I was saying in the offseason, why it was so important to have those guys, because they understand the verbiage and understand what it takes to win and how to prepare to play in deep into January, February. So that's why I was also saying why those two moves were so critical for the Dallas Cowboys. But that's the main reason why, is that we're one of the most experienced football teams in the playoffs. And when it comes down to playoff team, experience matters, man. So I'm glad that we have experience on our side and that we have talented, experienced players. We just don't have a bunch of old guys who can't play like how they used to. Stephon Gilmore can play. Deron Bland's in his second year. Dak Prescott's in his eighth year. Tony Pollard is in his fifth year. CeeDee Lamb's in his third year. You know, Jake Ferguson. I forgot about Jake Ferguson. Second year, been in the playoffs 2 straight years of his young early start in his NFL career. Has a great potential to be one of these top tight ends in the league. Our offensive line from left to right tackle, it's all played in playoff games. Your punter played in playoff games. This is going to be your first playoff game for your kicker, but he'll be fine. I'm not too worried about him. Your coordinators, every single team, every single the ball boy, everybody, the quarterback coach, everyone has played in deep playoff runs and everything like that. So I'm just very glad the way that this team has drafted, the way Will McClay has selected the talent and everything of that nature. I'm very proud of how he did that. So just the way we've been drafting, like I said, we're experienced, we're healthy. You haven't gone into the playoffs with having a solid, legit defense and your quarterback coming in red hot. Like I said, that's very rare for you to do. You're the number 2 seed. And again, another reason why I'm very confident as what's going to happen into the playoffs, because at least you're going to have 2 home playoff games as the number 2 seed at home. And you're 16-0 at home. So I'm very proud of that as well, and what we've been able to do to take care of home, especially since in past years we were never really that good at home. Like if you look at that 2014 year when we lost to the Green Bay Packers, we were tremendous on the road. I don't think we lost a road game that year, so we were really good on the road that year. 2016, Dak Prescott's rookie year, we were the same thing. We were just a really great team on the road. We were okay at home. Um, so yeah, just being a really great home team and finally having that home field advantage that AT&T doesn't normally have. So I'm really glad that we got that going for us on our side, that we're really great at home. And um yeah, man, that's about it really on how I feel about the playoffs. Again, we're going there healthy. This is the healthiest we're going to be. Of course, you wish you could have had Trayvon Diggs, Leighton Vander Esch, and things of that nature. DeMar Von Overshown. You wish you would have had those guys going into the stretch, but you don't. It's fine. You made it to a 12-win football team, mostly without those guys. You're going into the playoffs with a red hot quarterback who's coming in behind them with a really great defense with playmakers, with all generational corner and all generational pass rusher, a great group of role players. And then you're coming also into the fact that you're a really experienced football team. And that's really rare for the Dallas Cowboys to say that you have experience at every single position on the football field and anywhere, the coaching staff, everywhere. You have just experience savvy veterans, and I love that mixed in with young guys who can play. You're playing at home, so you're really great at home. You're 16-0 in the past 2 seasons at home. You're a really great home team. So let's keep all that good mojo going. We're going to be fine. We're going to be figure it out. I fully expect this team, and we will play for in the Super Bowl. We will be playing in the game to determine who goes to the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. I have full confidence as long as we play our game, we stay healthy, we depend on our young playmakers and everything like that. The guys that got us here is what's going to get you to play in Vegas. That's what it is. And also, we're in this stage now with the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, how that veteran talk, right? How every single starter has played in the playoffs before. Everything from here on out for the rest of their careers will always be determined on what they do in the playoffs and not what they do in the regular season. So that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed.